Hi, my name is Rob Asher. I'm the CEO of Giraffe, and I want to show you how it can be used to make creative data-driven decisions about property. So let's pretend I'm a designer and I get a call from a developer who's just optioned this site close to the water, surrounded by low density residential, and he needs 100 dwellings on the site to make the financials stack up. Let's see how we're going to get there. The first thing I can tell him by pulling the government data is that the building height is 8.5 meters. That's the statutory limit, which limits us to 2 stories. But he tells us that he's spoken to council and they think 4 stories is going to be acceptable. There's going to be a rezoning. This is a combination of human intelligence and data that is property development. Let's turn the aerial back on and get something down. So the first thing we agree, and we do this kind of work on the phone, is to put a long block down the south of the site. That gets us 153 dwellings, but we're at 10 levels, so let's drop that to 4 levels. Look at it in 3D, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's only 61 dwellings. We can check the assumptions we're making here in terms of dwelling size and mix. 39 1 beds, 50%, 2 beds and 10%, 3 beds at a 60, 80, 110 square meter. Relatively happy with that, so we'll leave that as is. So we have to find this yield in the geometry of the building. I guess the first thing we can do or test is put up a tail there. That gets us to 77 dwellings. I'm trying to align here with the facades of the neighbouring buildings. That's always a good urban design principle, and keep the width of this building reasonable for residential. Having made those adjustments, we get up to 81, which is probably not going to cut it. I think the only way to actually get to that 100 is pull up this tail here and make a north-facing U shape, which once we've done that, looks like we get to 99 dwellings, which is close enough. So this is one configuration that works. These facades are getting water views, which is fantastic. That's going to drive amenity and return. But these apartments here on this north side are not getting those water views. So let's try another option. Let's test another option. I'm going to call that option 2. And I'm going to paste option 1 onto it just as a start. Okay, so what I'm thinking of is maybe we invert this U and face it south so that we get more surface area facing south towards the water, and hopefully drive value that way. So I'm just going to invert that thing and I'm going to put it this way and then fit it back on the site much the same way as the last one was. And I can see as I'm doing this, we're at about 97 units, so the yield is actually still there. There may be some alignment to be done, but this option is much more valuable because far more of the dwellings are going to get those water views. But we can always test, we can always show council both options. Option 1, 99 dwellings, option 2, 98, so practically 100. We can stretch that to make a nice round 100. And this has all happened in about 3 minutes.